Hey everyone, Colby here, and today we're gonna go through Skullcrown and her kit. Skullcrown is an amazing, nice Revenant attack epic champion. So she's a fantastic champion. Look at her base stats, guys. At level 60, she's got a 1,500 attack, a speed of 96, and critical damage at 60% when she's fully maxed out and ascended. She's got over 4,700 reviews. She's got a 4.9 in campaign, arena, spider. Arena defense, Minotaur, and so on. She's a fantastic champion. So just from the reviews, although you shouldn't always base your opinion on champion from the reviews, but this champion, because she has so many reviews, then you can understand that many people are happy to have her. Wave of Souls attacks all enemies, place an extra hit if the target has more than 50% HP. Basically, always when she does her A1, her default skill, she's gonna do 2 attacks instead of 1 with her default skill when it's the first hit. So her A2 attacks all enemies has a 50% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. When you fully max this out, this is 3 turns cooldown, 75% chance for this to happen. Amazing passive, but very annoying if you have one Skullcrown against you, is places an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn every time their HP drops below 20%. Basically, you have a Skullcrown against you in the arena. The enemy tries to kill you, she will never basically die unless that champion has a way to remove a buff when it comes up and just basically kill the enemy. So a Rotos can definitely kill a Skullcrown. Also, she has another passive when she is with Sinesha on the same team, so revives the champion with 30% HP. This is great when you have that synergy going. If you don't have that synergy, then this passive is not enabled. And of course, she also has an increased ally speed in the arena by 23% speed aura. So what the speed aura does, it basically improves your speed, your base speed. So 96 and another 23% of that 96 is added to her speed when you go in a fight. Any speed from gear does not apply to these to this aura. So enough with that. We're gonna actually go and see what my Skullcrown does, and then I'll go through the gear that I have on her in order to see those numbers. We are in arena, very close to platinum. So it's also a Sunday, so this is quite competitive. All these teams here have fantastic gear. Some of them have better gear than me. Some of them do not have better gear than me. So I have my Rotos there, Duchess, Arbiter. These two are utility and these two are damaging against a very almost similar team. But let's see who has the upper hand right here. Okay, I have the upper hand. I have the speed advantage, so I speed boost my whole team. I protect them with Duchess. And let's see what the enemy does. You see Skullcrown there, counter attack, and that's because of her masteries. We're gonna go through that a bit later. But see already, we are at 3 versus 4. Okay, 4 versus 4. The enemy Arbiter revived. And now my Skullcrown's passive activated. What her passive is, you see this is the unkillable buff, so she couldn't be killed by the enemy Skullcrown, and the same thing will happen when I try to attack the enemy Skullcrown. But what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna try and kill the enemy Rotos first, because he's a much more threat than any of the others in my opinion. So Rotos is gonna go, and that's it. He took 2 turns. Now my Arbiter is gonna go, and we kill her. The reason we kill her is because Arbiter's A2, her second skill, removes buffs. So we could just go with A2 for my Skullcrown, 57,000 crit there. Easy fight. Let's go for another one. Let's try this team here with the same team that we have. A Bloodgorged, a Lissandra. Lissandra's can be very annoying. Let's see if we have the speed advantage. I don't think so. No, actually we do have it, but Lissandra is gonna go second. You're gonna see, guys. She's gonna go second right now. Gonna remove Terminator, so everyone's gonna go first from the enemy team. Let's see, counter there from Skullcrown, and we're gonna try and kill off the enemies. My Skullcrown is very slow, by the way, guys, so this is why she's not gonna attack anytime soon. Everyone almost did 2 turns for her 1. So let's see the A1, 22k, and we kill the Rotos. So guys, that was the arena. I'm gonna show you the campaign and what she can do in the campaign. If you have her built correctly, she can even farm the campaign. I'm just gonna go in with the same gear I have. I'm pretty sure I can farm the campaign with that gear. I have no doubts that she will do it. So yeah, you see there, we got a non-crit there. So yeah, that was unlucky, but 9 seconds, 10. That's it. 70,000 crits over there. So we can go again and see if she can do it faster. She can probably do it about 7 seconds when you get all crits. So last one should be, there we go. 8 seconds, we got a non-crit there as well. Okay, so if you get her with 100%, she'll be definitely way faster. So she can definitely farm the campaign if you have her. So we already saw her in the arena and campaign. We're gonna see her in the dungeons right now and showcase how strong she is in the dungeons. We can go to whichever we want because she's void. She has no weak affinity and she can be a great addition to each and every single one of those teams. So let's go to the Ice Golems. Ice Golems is known to be a very annoying dungeon. Let's get some energy. Gonna go in the dungeons. Ice Golems 20. Ice Golem 20, known by everyone as like a very annoying dungeon. Let's get Skullcrown in there. And what else? Let's get some more damage dealers in. We'll get Venus in there just to make it way faster, I think. Yeah, Skullcrown is going to be basically the single DPS there. So, you're going to see Skullcrown go now. And 120,000 crits there. She destroyed wave 1 by herself with basically no other damage dealer. We had a ton of support, but no other damage dealer. You see 20k crits there with no debuffs. This is a very important wave because this wave has the reflect on the 2 dogs in the front. So those 2 dogs can be very strong and basically just kill your team. So there we go. Skullcrown almost died there. I was a bit worried, but she'll be fine. We're already at 50 seconds. Apply the weaken and defense down. It's very important. Attack down as well. Ice Golems, guys, is always the most important to have an attack down. The boss does tremendous amount of damage. Just look at that. The counter attack there was great. He'll counter again. Look at that. Look at all that damage that Skullcrown did. A counter attack and then a single attack from her. See another counter attack again. Look at all those multiple attacks, guys, because of the A1, the default skill. When it's over 50%, she'll do a double hit, basically. So she's fantastic in there. And I don't have her with War Master. So there we go. Everyone died because of how strong the boss is. But we're still going to clear with Barel and Venus. So there it is. Let's look at how much damage she did. She did 1.8 million damage overall. Skullcrown, fantastic champion to have in one of the most difficult dungeons. Again, go with a Skullcrown in there. We go with a Stagnite. And let's get some more damage going. Our Speed Booster and Zargala. So very strong team. This should be a very fast. But just look at Skullcrown and how much damage she'll be doing. I'll show you right after her gear masteries. There we go. 10 seconds to go through wave 1. And yeah, this is going good. It's a good team. A2 from Zargala should clear it, but she didn't do A2. That unkillable basically saves Skullcrown in this situation. You can build her very damage heavy instead of worrying about health or defense just because of that passive. Of course, I also have Arbiter in there to help out. Barel goes. He should be able to apply 62k with just the weaken on. With the dragon, as always, guys, you should focus on a poisoner also to be a part of your team. Without poisons, really, the dragon becomes way harder with just brute damage. So this is what Barel does to this team. He also provides those poisons. The extra utility, of course, Barel's a fantastic champion, but he provides those poisons to kill the dragon. So we got 2 poisons going right there. Skullcrown did around 90k there with her double hit on the A1, the default skill. $81k. And this should be around 2 minutes of a run with this 100% team. I don't think this team would ever fail if I took it to the dragon. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. That was the dragon, guys. So let's just show her gear and masteries. So how I had her gear through all of that, as you saw, guys. So I had her with one cruel set, one broken set, and one critical damage set. Her power is at 61,000 almost. So she's very strong. I have her with endgame gear to showcase her full potential, possibly full potential. Of course, I don't have the best gear in the game. So overall, just critical damage on the gloves, attack percentage on chest, attack percentage on boots. That's why she was very slow everywhere that you saw in arena, campaign, and the dungeons. And of course, critical damage, attack percentage, we focus on that on every single piece. And on the ring, it's attack percentage with attack primary, critical damage, and attack, just flat attack on the primary with attack percentage on the secondary. Of course, I should have applied glyphs. I just went in without glyphs. So let's look at her overall stats. Amazing stats in my opinion. 5.6k attack, very strong. That's because of the attack percentage boosts from every single piece of items. And her speed is at 125, very basic, but if you want to farm the campaign, over 103 speed is sufficient. Critical rate, very low. I should have that at 100% just to get RNG out of the way. I do not want to have any chances of me not critting, but I would sacrifice more critical damage for this. So critical rate, 86%, critical damage, 259%. Very strong champion with all these sets. Of course, very end game. So as you saw, we talked about the skills before. I have everything maxed out, so she was damaging the enemies at her full potential. So guys, let's look at Skullcrown's masteries. So guys, for her masteries, I went offense and defense tree. This was because I primarily focused for Skullcrown to be an arena champion and not a dungeons champion. For dungeons, you could have gone War Master and then also the support tree to go to get that sniper, and also Master Hexer for her application of that weaken debuff. But instead, I went for Helm Smasher and the counterattack mastery, which is called Retribution. What this does is when Skullcrown gets low, she has a 50% chance to counterattack. This will happen often because she's very squishy. Her health and defense are very low. She's built there for damage and not just tanking any damage. So she'll go low, proc this Retribution, defense, mastery, and then she'll do tremendous damage through her A1, her default skill. So Helm Smasher here and counterattack. I also went for Shield Breaker to do extra 25% damage when attacking targets under shield buffs. Ruthless Ambush for the extra 8% damage for that first hit. And also Cycle of Violence, which also helps in the dungeons campaign and also the arena sometimes. Although for the arena, I usually just base my damage on her first 1 or 2 hits. She won't go through many hits because she's so squishy. So overall, these are her masteries. So guys, thanks a lot for watching this video for Skullcrown. If you have her built differently and with different gear and have success, leave a comment down below and let me know on how you built her. Of course, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. I stream live on Twitch, guys, so if you're ever interested in finding me online and watching me play through my champions or need some help with your account, just come over on Twitch. I have a link down below in the description of this video. So come over on Twitch and let's talk. Let's have some fun. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.